Welcome to this deep dive. We're tackling something really intriguing today.
Oh, yeah. What do we got?
It's this framework for personal growth and, how we relate to each other. It all comes from a YouTube transcript
Okay.
by Marcelo Martorelli, Mas Ala del Pensamiento channel. The specific video is El Sendero de la Iniciación, parte 12.
Right. I've seen some of that work.
Right.
Interesting stuff. So what's the framework?
They call it a pyramid of love and wisdom. It's visualized just like that, a pyramid.
A pyramid. Okay, go on.
It's got 12 core values spread across its 4 faces.
12 values. And what makes it, unique? And there are lots of value systems out there.
Well, the key thing seems to be this interpretive lens they apply to each value. It's called the triple condition.
The triple condition. Sounds like a structure.
Exactly. So our mission today basically is to unpack this pyramid. We want to really get under the skin of these values and these conditions.
And pull out what? Actionable insights, maybe?
That's the goal. Insights you, the listener, can actually apply to, your own journey of self-improvement and maybe how you navigate relationships, like a concentrated dose of these ideas.
Got it. So where do we start? Base of the pyramid. First phase.
Let's go with the first phase. The transcript groups 3 values here: respect, trust, and gratitude.
Okay. Respect, trust, gratitude. Let's start with respect. What are the conditions?
Okay, so the first condition for respect, it's learning to respect oneself.
Starting inward. That feels right. Almost like a prerequisite.
Yeah, it feels incredibly fundamental. Like that's saying, you can't pour from an empty cup.
Right. If you don't have that internal baseline,
Right.
How can you genuinely offer it outwards?
Exactly. How can you value others if you don't value yourself? It makes you think about self-criticism, doesn't it?
It does, that inner judge. If that's running rampant, genuine respect for someone else's view. It's tough. So condition 1, self-respect. What's 2?
Condition 2 builds right on it, learning to respect others.
Okay, makes logical sense. Once you've got your own house in order, so to speak.
Yeah, the idea is that a solid foundation of self-respect makes genuine respect for others possible. Not just like politeness, but real respect.
Understood. And the third condition?
The third is earning respect from others.
The reciprocal part.
Right. And it's framed not as demanding it, but as something that often arises naturally.
A consequence, maybe, of respecting yourself and respecting others.
That seems to be the idea. It's not about entitlement. It's about earning genuine esteem. It makes you pause and think,
Definitely. How does this layered approach land with you, just thinking about experiences? Does it track?
For me, yeah. I can see instances where a lack of self-respect definitely hindered respecting others, or where respect felt earned, not just given. It resonates.
Okay. Let's move to the next value on this face then. Trust. Same 3-part structure, I assume.
Looks like it. First condition, learning to trust oneself.
Okay. Self-trust, confidence in your judgment, your intuition maybe, that gut feeling.
Exactly. Believing in your own capabilities, being able to rely on yourself.
Vital. And the second condition, extending outward again.
Yep. Learning to trust others.
Which involves vulnerability, doesn't it? Opening yourself up.
For sure. Relying on people, acknowledging we're not islands, it takes a leap.
It really does. And the third condition for trust, mirroring respect.
Becoming trustworthy.
Okay. So by trusting yourself and learning to trust others, you become someone others can trust. It's like a cycle.
A reciprocal flow, yeah. It makes you think, which of these is the sticking point for most people? Or for yourself?
Good question. Is it trusting yourself, that leap of faith? Or the vulnerability with others? Or maybe the consistency needed to be trustworthy?
All challenging in their own ways. Something for listeners to ponder, definitely.
Right. Now, the third value on this face was gratitude, wasn't it? You mentioned this one was a bit more complex.
Yeah, this one has preparatory stages. Before you even get to gratitude proper, the model talks about recognition and valorization.
Recognition and valorization. Okay, pre-steps. And do these also have the triple condition?
They do. Each one. So let's take recognition first. Condition 1.
Let me guess. Recognizing oneself.
You got it. Recognizing oneself. Like that first flicker of self-awareness. Acknowledging your own existence, your uniqueness.
Just seeing yourself clearly. Okay. Condition 2.
Recognizing others, seeing their presence, their individuality, their contributions, maybe even the small stuff.
Acknowledging the other. Makes sense.
And 3.
Being recognized by others, having your own presence seen and acknowledged.
That fundamental human need. To feel seen. Okay, so that's recognition. Self, others, being seen.
Exactly. It feels foundational, right? You need that awareness before appreciation is even possible.
Totally. So after recognition comes valorization.
Correct. Second prep stage, valorization, condition 1.
Following the pattern, valuing oneself.
Spot on. Valuing oneself. This is deeper than just recognizing, isn't it? It's about appreciating your qualities, your worth.
Moving from awareness to appreciation.
Okay.
Condition 2. Valuing others. Seeing their worth, appreciating what they bring, skills, perspective, their essence.
Okay. And the third condition for valorization.
Being valued by others. Feeling your worth is acknowledged, appreciated. You can see the build here, right? Recognition leads into valuation. Seeing leads to appreciating.
Absolutely. It's a clear progression. And the transcript says you need to internalize these before gratitude.
Yeah, it uses the word metabolized. Like you have to truly integrate recognition and valorization.
Metabolized. I like that. Suggests it becomes part of you, not just an idea.
Right. And only then it suggests, are you ready for genuine gratitude? It's not just saying thanks.
It's built on something deeper. Okay, so let's get to gratitude itself. Condition 1.
Being grateful to oneself.
Oh, interesting. Not just for oneself, but to oneself, like thanking yourself.
Yeah, maybe for your efforts, your resilience, your growth, being thankful for your own journey. It's kind of a radical idea for some.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay, condition 2. This must be the more standard one.
Being grateful to others for their help, support, presence, all of that.
The outward expression. Got it. And condition 3.
Learning to receive gratitude from others.
That can be surprisingly hard, can it? Deflecting compliments, minimizing thanks.
Totally. So the model implies true gratitude is a full circle, giving it and being able to receive it graciously.
Wow. So recognition, then valorization, then gratitude, each with the 3 conditions. That's quite a structure just for one value.
It really emphasizes that gratitude isn't just, a fleeting feeling, but a quality you cultivate through real awareness and appreciation, inward and outward.
Makes a lot of sense. Okay. That was phase 1, respect, trust, gratitude. What's on phase 2?
Phase 2 brings us order, adaptation, and patience.
Order, adaptation, patience. Okay, let's kick off with order. Condition 1.
Learning to order oneself.
Internal order, like organizing your thoughts, priorities, habits, bringing intention to your inner world.
That's how it feels, yeah. Inner organization. Condition 2.
Helping others find order.
Being able to help others order themselves. So it suggests a level of understanding, maybe guidance or support in them finding their own structure.
Right, not imposing your order, but helping them find theirs. And condition 3.
Generating mutual order.
Mutual order, like creating harmonious environments, effective teamwork, shared understanding in relationships.
Exactly. Where things function smoothly together. It really makes you think, how does my inner order, or lack thereof, impact my ability to create order around me?
Deep question. Okay, next on this phase, adaptation. Condition 1.
Learning to adapt oneself. Flexibility, resilience, adjusting when things change.
Essential life skill. Condition 2.
Adapting to others.
Being able to adapt to others. Empathy, seeing their view, adjusting your behavior maybe to accommodate differences, meeting people where they are.
Right. And condition 3. Is it being adapted to?
It is, but with a qualifier. Others adapting to you if deserved.
If deserved. That's important. It's not automatic. It implies adaptation isn't always a one-way street. Exactly. Sometimes, maybe through your consistency or the situation's needs, it's appropriate for others to adjust.
Raises a tricky question, though, doesn't it? What's the right balance between adapting yourself and, well, expecting others to adapt? When is it deserved?
Yeah, that's a complex one. No easy answer there. Moving to the last one on this phase, patience. Condition 1.
Let me guess. Patience with oneself.
You got it. Being patient with oneself. It's especially hard today, maybe, with everything being so instant.
So true. Accepting that growth, learning, healing, it all takes time. Giving yourself grace.
Exactly. Allowing space to stumble. Condition 2.
Patience with others.
Extending that same understanding, that forbearance to other people. Being patient with their process, their pace, their mistakes.
And the third condition, others being patient with you.
Again, with the caveat, others being patient with you, if deserved.
So the implication is, if you cultivate self-patience and show patience to others, you might earn it back when you need it.
Seems to be the idea. Leads to that question. Is patience with yourself really the foundation? Do you need that inner wellspring first?
It feels like it might be. Hard to be genuinely patient with someone else if you're constantly beating yourself up.
Right. My thoughts exactly. Okay, that's phase 2. Order, adaptation, patience. Ready for phase 3.
Ready. What's on the third phase?
Phase 3 gives us truth, acceptance, and freedom.
Truth, acceptance, freedom. Okay. Starting with truth. Anything special here?
Well, the transcript actually mentions that truth has a special emphasis, referencing something called 9 steps of truth shared previously in this teaching.
9 steps. Okay, so we don't have those details, but it signals truth is a big deal in this system.
Right. But focusing on the triple condition for truth, condition 1 is being truthful with oneself.
Deep honesty, self-awareness, facing the uncomfortable stuff within.
Exactly. No hiding from yourself. Condition 2.
Being truthful with others.
Communicating honestly, authentically, building relationships on openness.
Foundational for real connection. And condition 3, following the pattern. Others being truthful with you.
Yes, and again, if deserved.
Right. Implying your own truthfulness might foster that environment. Creates a space where honesty is expected, perhaps.
Could be. Next value, acceptance, condition 1.
Accepting oneself. Strengths, weaknesses, the whole package.
Yep. Flaws and all, self-compassion. Seems crucial for growth, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Hard to grow if you can't accept where you're starting from. Condition 2.
Accepting others. Acknowledging their differences, perspectives, choices, even if you disagree.
That's a big one. And it makes you think, how much does my ability to accept myself impact my ability to accept others without judgment?
It feels directly linked, doesn't it? And condition 3, being accepted by others.
With the qualifier, I bet. If deserved.
You know the pattern now. Yes, if deserved. Suggests that cultivating self-acceptance and extending it outward might lead to being more readily accepted yourself.
A potential outcome, not a guarantee. Okay, last one on this face. Freedom. Condition 1.
Being free with oneself.
Free with oneself. That's interesting phrasing. What does that mean, do you think? Authenticity. Living by your values.
Maybe all of that. Freedom from external pressure, freedom from self-limiting beliefs, an internal sense of liberation, maybe. Agency.
Sounds like it encompasses a lot. Inner freedom. Okay. Condition 2.
Giving freedom to others, respecting their autonomy, their choices, their right to be different.
Not trying to control or impose. And condition 3.
Others giving freedom to you if deserved.
So embracing your own freedom and granting it to others might foster relationships where that freedom is mutual, is respected.
That seems to be the implication, a reciprocal respect for autonomy.
Okay, that wraps up phase 3. Truth, acceptance, freedom. We're on to the final phase then. Phase 4.
Last one. Phase 4 brings together unity, loyalty, and hope.
Unity, loyalty, hope. Okay, unity first. Condition 1.
Maintaining unity within oneself.
Inner coherence. Aligning thoughts, feelings, actions, like getting your internal team on the same page.
Yeah, striving for internal harmony. Reducing that inner conflict, that tug of war we sometimes feel. Aiming for wholeness.
Makes sense. Condition 2. Uniting with others.
Being able to unite with others, connecting deeply, collaborating, finding common ground, shared purpose.
And it makes you wonder, doesn't it, how does my own inner fragmentation, if I have it, affect my ability to genuinely connect and unite with people?
Great question. It feels like inner unity would make outer unity much easier. And condition 3.
Others uniting with you, if deserved.
Exactly. Cultivate inner unity, develop the ability to connect authentically, and maybe you draw others towards that unity, building cohesive relationships.
A natural magnetism, perhaps. Okay, next, loyalty. Condition 1.
Being loyal to oneself.
Loyal to oneself. How does that play out? Staying true to your values, honoring commitments you make to yourself, self-care, maybe?
Could be all of those. Acting in ways that support your own well-being and growth in a healthy sense. What do you think the implication is for relationships? Does being loyal to yourself help you be loyal to others?
I think it might be the bedrock. If you're constantly betraying your own values or needs, how genuine can your loyalty to someone else be? It feels compromised somehow.
That makes sense. So condition 2 follows naturally. Being loyal to others.
Reliability, support, keeping commitments, being trustworthy.
And condition 3.
Others being loyal to you, if deserved.
Right. Highlighting that reciprocal nature again. Loyalty is earned through consistency, through trustworthy actions, not just demanded.
Not a given. Okay. Final value of the pyramid. Hope. Condition 1.
Having hope for oneself. Maintaining a positive outlook for your own future, believing in your potential, even when things are tough.
Inner optimism, resilience. Condition 2.
Having hope for others, believing in their capacity for good, for growth, for positive outcomes, even when they're struggling.
Extending that optimism outward.
Yeah.
Okay. And condition 3. Others having hope for you.
Yes, if deserved. But here, the transcript adds another layer.
Oh, what's that?
It connects hope directly to faith. It states, faith is the heart of all hope.
Faith is the heart of hope. Interesting. does it define faith?
It does. It says faith is the certainty of what is hoped for, the conviction of what is not seen.
Wow. The certainty of what is hoped for, the conviction of what is not seen. That adds a profound dimension to hope, doesn't it? It asks us to think about that deep link between faith and hope in this whole setup.
It really does. So stepping back now, looking at the whole thing, this pyramid of love and wisdom, it really is quite a comprehensive map, isn't it?
It is. 12 values, 4 faces, and this recurring triple condition structure. Inward, outward, reciprocal. It's a very patterned way to look at personal and interpersonal growth.
And what really strikes me is that constant emphasis on the internal work first. That word again, metabolizing.
Yes, it's not just intellectual understanding. The model seems to demand deep self-reflection. How are these values and conditions actually showing up or not showing up in your life?
It puts the responsibility firmly on looking within, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Cultivating these qualities in yourself seems to be presented as the absolute foundation for everything else.
absolutely. You build from the inside out.
So as we wrap up this exploration, this deep dive into the pyramid, here's maybe a final thought for our listeners to chew on.
Okay, let's hear it.
Thinking about all 12 values and all 36 of those conditions, really, which specific one condition feels like the most significant area for your own personal growth right now?
Just one condition out of the 36. That's
Yeah.
focused.
And then consider this. How might really focusing your energy on just that first condition within its value, the one directed inward, towards yourself, how might that create a ripple effect?
Affecting the outward and reciprocal conditions for that value.
Exactly. And maybe even spilling over into other values, other areas of life. It's definitely something worth exploring, I think.